Then let's count 1, 2, and then expire with this air. Let's make our lungs empty, and let's put another portion of air. Let's inspire, then hold a little bit, 1, 2, and then expire the air. Slowly. One more time. Let's inspire the air. Hold it a little bit and then expire. Slowly. Like this. And now, let's try to keep our attention on the top of the head. It would be like our third ear. Let's try to listen to this information through our point here, through our heart chakra. Okay. Today we'll talk about the left channel. As you heard, we have 7 chakras, main chakras, and we have 3 energy channels. Every one of them has its own qualities. And today we'll talk about the left channel. This is the origin of our desires. This is the left sympathetic nervous system that acts through this channel. It has various interesting characteristics. For example, we can describe this channel as a moon channel, a cool channel. Yes, it's a channel that keeps our past experiences. And the interesting detail that the channel starts from the Muladhara. Maybe you can see if you want on the screen. Here we have a Muladhara, and then from the Muladhara the left channel rises, and when it comes to forehead area, it crosses it and goes to another side, to the right side. And here we have an interesting balloon that we call a superego. What is it? This is, how to say, a big place to keep our conditions. Okay, our cultural habits, our traditions, our customs, what we have learned during studying, what our parents have learned us. So these are conditions, and our superego keeps it very nicely. Okay, this is good from one side, because in this way we can continue our lives basing on something stable, like traditions, like rules, yes. But from the other side, sometimes we lose our spontaneity, just thinking of rules, of limits, and so on. And in this way, we cannot develop ourselves in a proper way. Sometimes we need to know how to balance our conditionings and our spontaneity. What else? The left channel is responsible for our emotions. Our emotions are born in the left channel, and also desires. It's a very interesting fact that we need to have a desire in order to act, yes, and the left channel is responsible to give us desires, and the right channel is responsible for our actions. So after some weeks, I suppose we will know more about right side. But firstly, we have a desires, okay, of a different nature. And for people, it's good to realize what kind of desire we have and how these desires influence our lives, okay? So, as I have told, this is a cool channel, but we should not confuse it with the cool vibrations. For example, we have two kinds of vibrations: cool vibrations, like a cool breeze, but sometimes we may feel like very, very cold vibrations. And this indicates us that our left channel is not in a balance. Today we will know a little bit more how to balance our left side, how to distinguish what happens with us. And Sri Mataji will tell us more details about the nature of the left channel, okay? So as I have told, if we feel very, very cold vibrations, it means that we need to balance our left side. Maybe we're too much in our past. You know that people sometimes like to remember, to record what they have lived some time ago. And if a person starts doing it with a frequency, it's not good. That means that we're not in the present. And it will give us difficulties to take decisions in order to develop our lives for a future. Okay, it's very important to know how to balance ourselves to be in the present most of time. So how could we balance our left side? The first technique that we know is a foot soak that clears our vibrations very nicely. It works for left side, for right side, for our chakras. And this is a universal method that we recommend to do daily, okay? And for people who are left-sided, so-called left-sided people who are very emotional, who feel that he is easily influenced by emotions, who likes to remember the past experiences. Such people, they're not so dynamic, maybe. So how could we help them to be in a balance, to come to the present moment, present time? For this, we firstly, we can have a first exercise how to balance our left channel. It's very easy. As you have your both hands on your knees, let's keep our left hand on the same place, on the left knee, and let's put our right hand towards the earth. Okay? If you sit on the floor, you can just put your right hand on the floor, your palm, right palm. If you are on the chair, you just leave your arm free along your body and directed your fingers down, okay? And in this way, we can put our attention on the top of our head and ask the Kundalini to balance our left channel, to clean our left channel. I need to say that it's very recommended to have a Sri Mataji's photo in front of you during meditation. It helps a lot. So let's do this practice a little bit. Let's maintain our left hand on the left knee, and let's put our right hand towards the floor, closing our eyes Let's just ask Mother Kundalini, please remove all impurities from my left channel. Let's be very sincere, very innocent, like a child talking with his mother. Mother Kundalini, please purify my left channel. Probably you'll start feel vibrations on the left palm, and that means that the process of cleansing has started. Let's feel relaxed. Now it's better, yes. Today we would like to offer you to make another cleansing technique. This technique is called candle treatment. We asked you to prepare your candles, and I saw you have done it very good. Firstly, I will show you this short video that explains in general how we'll do it, which kind of movements we'll do, okay, and then we'll practice all together, right? Let's watch the video. You may do it sitting on the chair without any problem, or even just standing. Doing this semicircular movements with a candle along the left side of our body, of the body. And the palm of the left hand is directed like this. Take care of going closer to the head in order not to burn the hairs. You can watch through the fire of the candle. It smooths our eyes, relaxes our vision. And then we will accompany the left channel position with a super lead. Always starting from the base of our subtle system, from Muladhara, and then going along the left side, crossing to the right, going a little bit back, and then going back in the same direction. Okay, I will repeat this. Okay, let's watch one more time. Let's pay attention. Okay, let's practice it. Any question? I think I will start again, and this video will illustrate us, and I will just pause it. If there is no questions, we can start this treatment. Please, let's take a candle. Switch on a candle. As you see, our left hand is on our knee, left knee, as you see on the image. Let's put the candle on the position of our first chakra, and let's start to move it like semicircles from right to the left. Like on a video. Here we can ask Mother Kundalini, please purify my innocence and purify my knowledges too, as this is the position of our Swadhisthana chakra that is responsible for pure knowledges. And our attention is kept on this point, on this chakra, and on the top of the head, both. Then let's put the candle a little bit upper on our stomach position, but from the left side. Let's continue doing the same movement in a circular. This is the position of our Nadi chakra. Here we can ask Mother Kundalini, please purify my Nadi. Please give me satisfaction and a peace within. Let's do a little bit more the same, in the same position. And now let's put the candle in our heart place from the left side of our body. Here's the place where our spirit resides. Let's ask Mother Kundalini, please purify my heart. Please give us a pure love, detached love. Fire is the element that burns things, but on the subtle level, it purifies. Keeping our attention on our heart and on the top of the head. Very nice. Now let's take care a little bit about our hairs. Let's put the candle on the left side of our neck. And let's continue doing the semicircles. maybe just in a distance. And let's ask here, please purify my left vishuddha. Please destroy all feeling of guilty within me. Let's try to purify our left vishuddha, not feeling any guilty. The movement is not very quickly, calm. We can turn our head a little bit to the right side. And this way we'll have more area on the left side for our candle. Okay, and now it's time for our Agnya, for our vision. Here, on the position of our forehead, we just can circulate the candle from right to the left in a distance, keeping about 15 centimeters from the face. Not quickly, slowly. Just watching the fire of the candle. And then let's stop our candle and just look through the fire. Let's ask my Mother Kundalini, please purify my eyes, my vision. Let me see pure things. Give me, please, the subtle quality to see purity in the world, in my daily life. And please destroy negativities, negative thoughts that can be inside my brain, inside my mind. Very nice. And now we will clean our left channel, the whole. We'll put our candle on the first position when we have started, and we'll move it up along our left side to our forehead, and then cross to the right and go a little bit back in a distance, taking care of not to burn our heads, like on a video. And then we'll come back in the same way. And let's try to keep our attention on top of our head. Mother Kundalini, please purify my left channel. Please purify my desires, my past, my conditionings. Remove my lethargy. Okay, let's switch off our candles. Now I would like to offer you to watch a speech of Shri Mataji where she tells us more about the qualities of our left channel. Okay, let's enjoy. Just keeping our attention on top of our head.
Master of yourself. Now here in this map, as is shown, we have two powers, left and right powers. The left power is the power that gives us conditioning. Left side, the subconscious, the collective subconscious. That gives us the conditioning. Now if you try to deny all that, then the right side is even worse. It gives us action, but with action we can become very ego-oriented. So both ways it can be troublesome. Supposing you say that, all right, I'll have no conditioning of any type, what's wrong in doing this, what's wrong in doing that? And if you just move with that idea, with that freedom, it will be abandonment, it may not be freedom, because freedom must have wisdom behind it. So both the sides, the movements on both the sides are wrong. So what is all right in the center is not to get conditioned by anything and not to be ego-oriented. But how to do it is the problem. The problem is how to do it. To be spontaneous is to be absolutely free. Now I would consider these two powers as, say, a brake and an accelerator in a car. Now you use both the powers. You use the brake first, you use the accelerator, you try to control these two powers. But first of all, it is difficult to understand how you to use these powers. Gradually, with practice, you know how to drive the car, you become the good driver. After becoming the good driver, still you are not the master of the driver. But then you become the master. So today the master within us is the spirit. But before realization, we are not the master. Because the master has not come in our conscious mind. It is not expressing in our conscious mind, in the sense that we are not empowered by its powers. The spirit exists, it has its own powers. But we haven't felt those powers within us. Once we feel the powers of the spirit, we are empowered by our own powers which are there. The powers are within us. These are our own powers. We don't have to borrow from anyone, ask from anyone, they are in ourselves. The spirit is within us. Only thing that spirit has to give light in our consciousness. It has to come in our consciousness. In simple medical terminology, we can say that the spirit must manifest itself in our central nervous system. In our central nervous system. So that we should know what we are doing. Not that we start just jumping on the chair, or some people said, oh, you just start doing it. It is hypnosis. It's not correct. You are not in conscious mind. You are doing it out of hypnosis. Hypnosis may be coming from outside force. It's not your force, your awareness, your understanding, your power. It is somebody else's, because you are not doing it. As matter has a power to overpower us, in the same way, there are some material things, I should say, which are very dangerous, which are placed. For example, now cancer. Take cancer. Cancer overpowers. It's a very serious thing. Cancer overpowers you. You cannot overpower cancer. Take a very concrete example. Now, how is it caused? Doctors say this way, that way. Surge Yoga can cure cancer, definitely 100%. It can cure. It has cured. Many Surge Yogis have cured cancer. How? It's very simple. That you become master of your sun, and you master the disease also. You master everything. Because the master is within you. It has not conscious mind is the only link is left, and when that happens, yoga takes place, union takes place. We should now completely keep ourselves limited to self-realization. About God, I'll tell you next time. Self-realization means to bring your spirit into your conscious mind. Now, how cancer is caused? Let's see here what happens. It is caused by left-sided activity. Now, left-sided activities are emotional traumas, emotional problems, emotional upheavals, emotional insecurities. Any kind of insecurity can take you to the left side. Little more movement can be these horrible gurus, because they hypnotize. They put you to the left. They put some spirit in you, or I don't know what they do, but they put you to the left. Any one of these activities which are not authorized by God, taken to, you go to the left side. Because you cannot ascend in the center. So either you go to the left or to the right. When you overdo these things, it's like black magic. You have another thing here I've heard. Some sort of a organization had. And the fellow, you see, he used to, everything he saw moving in the house, he kept to Sahaja Yoga, and his water jug was moving there, and this was moving there, and he couldn't explain what was happening in his room. He was sitting down, and he found something moving from here to here. It happens. What is that? What is that doing this kind of a thing which you cannot control? Again we come to the same. Something you cannot control. So you enter into the realm where you are controlled and you are not under your control. And that realm, when you enter in, I have always seen all the cancer patients are the ones affected by this. Most surprising. They are not aware. They do not know how they get into it. For a lady, supposing say she's suffering from an insecurity about her husband, or maybe something, or maybe she thinks that her husband may leave her any time, she loves him, whatever it is. Such a woman might get a breast cancer. Because the insecurity is set in one of the centers there, which you can see here, the center of the heart. Center heart as we call it. Now, if this center goes out of order, if a woman feels insecure for anything whatsoever, she is capable, she is vulnerable to be attacked, and she can get into cancer. So we have to understand life in totality and not in one way. The total impact of life, the total effect of life, the total relationship with life must be understood. Now, no doctor knows this. Will he know? When he treats a patient for the, say, breast cancer, will he know that this lady is insecure? There's another disease, anorexia. Many girls suffer from it. They don't just eat, they just give up eating. Now, you do not know why it happens. Doctors can't cure it. Nobody can cure it. What is the reason? The relationship of a girl, of a daughter with a father. Say father dies and the daughter doesn't see the father. Or she, in heart, she loves her father but she doesn't express it. Or there's some bad relationship that comes between the father and the daughter. You get this trouble, anorexia. You'll be amazed. But it is impossible for doctors to get it. We have some doctors sitting here. It is impossible for any medical science to go near. Because they do not see a human being in its totality. It's a very delicate instrument God has created. The way we are harsh with others, the way we sometimes try to trouble others, try to make others feel insecure, or unfair, unjust, without our knowledge, we really give them a tremendous insecurity. And such insecurities can work out incurable diseases of which we are not aware. So to understand the totality, what should happen to us? We should achieve that state where we can see the totality. if I have to see now, for example, the whole of Brighton, what should I do? I should go on a plane and see it from that height. I can see the whole. In the same way, in your awareness, in your understanding, you should rise to that point from where you can see the whole. If you cannot see the whole, the partial vision, or we can say a little that you see, can create confusion, can create problems, and some of them could be of a very, very serious nature. Because as human beings, we do not know what are we. This is the greatest problem of human beings, that they say, I don't like it. Now which one is this I? Is that your spirit or is that your ego? What is the part that is not liking it? Or is it your conditioning because you are brought up in a particular way so you don't like this? Which part of you is not liking it? And you will be amazed that it is not your spirit. Because if spirit likes, how will you know? It's only through your vibrations. When you can feel the vibrations, then only you will say, yes, my spirit likes it, because the vibrations are emitted. So we are still in a transition state as human beings. We have not achieved that state which is called as the state of self-realization, where you become the spirit. The becoming is the point. When you become the spirit, you know what you like. You really know what you really like. Because you are now the reality. You are not any conditioning. You are no more any ego, but you are what you are really, and that is your spirit. And surprisingly, this spirit is a collective being. It's no artificial collectivity within us. That also, all right, we belong to all Brighton, so we are one, or we belong to one street, so we are one. It's not like that. But it's something that you are, absolutely, you are a collective being.
Okay. So let's try to comprehend that our conditions, our emotions, our desires are not our reality. What is a reality is our pure spirit. I invite you to meditate a little bit about this. Just keep your attention on top of it and listening to music. Okay, let's open our eyes. Hope you have had a nice meditation process. Let's put our attention in our palms and let's try to feel what kind of vibrations we have. Is it cool, hot, maybe 50-50? All is possible. Just observe. I just wanted to add some interesting facts about the treatment, candle treatment. It's good, it's recommended to do in the morning time, during morning time, because fire purifies our lethargy, our maybe blue mood, okay? And if you do it in the evening period of time, maybe you can become without desire to sleep, okay? This is not a tragedy, of course, and really you should feel when you need this kind of treatment if you want to become more dynamic or to remove your sad emotions. This is very indicated as a foot soak too. And during simple meditation, when you don't want to do any special treatments, you just can balance your left channel, putting your right arm down to earth and keeping your left hand to the Shimata photo. I will just remember you that it's very recommended to meditate with Shimata photo in front of you. It helps a lot its vibrations, guide our own meeting. Okay, I think that's all that I wanted to share with you. And I suggest to rise our kundalinis because we're collective spirit. When we meditate together, we become the whole one big spirit. So let's rise our kundalinis, make balance. 3 times, okay? Probably somebody has some questions you can ask right now. It's a pleasure to talk with